Hello, lovely people. New adventure unlocked. I'm headed to the next game. My mama's here. We're going to Aqua Zumba. I am getting out of my comfort zone. I am trying fencing today. I'm just there for the vibes. I know nothing about baseball. I'm there for the vibes. Hello, lovely people. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm going to jump right into the episode. I'm reviewing season 10, episode 2, Chin Check. This episode was a good episode. I love learning about the new girls. So let's get into it. So we continue with they're at the Bloom ball. And basically you've got Stacey's. So that was Stacey's best friend, that guy. And he's basically like, this is ridiculous. They're together now, so why does it matter? And while I understand what he's saying, also Ashley is like, it matters because I believe in principle. It's the principle of it all. And so basically you've got Keiarna and Wendy going back and forth. Now we see Cookie. If you don't remember, Cookie is Karen's friend and she's been in previous episodes, right? So Jizzy goes up to Cookie and is like, hey, how's Karen doing? Is Karen good? And Cookie's like, yeah, Karen is good. And he's like, how's Ray? And she's like, I talk to Ray every day. Like, Ray's playing golf. Ray is probably, this is going to sound bad, but I think like Ray is probably relieved. Like, look, at least I know where my wife is. She is safe. I don't have to worry about her drinking and driving. That happens. He's playing golf. That's great. How's Raven doing? So basically Cookie's like, they're doing good. Gizelle's like, look, it's Karen's birthday. It's coming up. I want to do something special for her. So she's like, all right, we'll talk about it now. And see the first interaction between Wendy and Tia. I gotta remember these new girls' names. Tia is the British Nigerian. Okay. So they're like, oh, Tia's like, I'm from Nigerian royalty. I hear you're Nigerian. Wendy's like, oh, slap 5. So, all right, we're off to a good start with the two Nigerian girls. And Wendy, I don't think that you can afford to beef with another Nigerian girl because you're going to start to look like you are the problem, okay? So now there is a performance. This is so awkward. It's some stripper chick. Is she a stripper? I don't know, like a burlesque dancer. Ashley always has these weird, awkward, like over-sexualized performances. I don't know what it is. Like, it's so awkward. It's not cute. It's, all the girls were like cringed out. Gizelle was like, I'm waiting for this performance to be over. Wendy's like, oh my God, I see puss. Like, it's just, I was just thinking like, what is going on? Like, what are we looking at right here? Like, it's not cute. Like last season, she did the whole stripper dance with her boobs and then being a man. And it's just like, Ashley, we get it. You love kinky stuff. Like, we get it. Let's just move on. Anyway, so we've got Wendy, and she is preparing for Stacey to come over. I love Wendy's outfit. It's cute. Now, let me say this. I told you I'm reviewing this show because of everything that's going on with Wendy Yosefa, and this is right in my backyard. But I also think now it's like looking for Easter eggs with Wendy, right? Like, oh, is that the shoes that she said was stolen? Oh, is that the clothes that she said? Whatever. Anyway, everything's alleged, of course. So, but Wendy looks so cute. Well, first of all, she's got a cute romper. She's got her shoes on. I'm like, Wendy, now, if you were home by yourself, you would not be wearing this outfit. But it's fine. They film it. You look cute. I'm telling you, Wendy looks cute. She is the best dressed. Stacey comes over, and basically Stacey's like, oh, you always used to talk about my romper. Now you're wearing a romper. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Anyway, so this part annoyed me because I was like, what's going on now? They can't open a champagne bottle. They're trying to open a champagne bottle. Wendy is like, oh, where's Eddie at? Oh, and Stacey's like, well, usually the foil is like off, right? And they're like, let's just drink sparkling water. I don't know if Wendy's just trying to portray herself as like, okay, she's a kept woman or like, she don't have to lift a finger. But like, you can't open a champagne bottle. That's being a little bit too extra. So Stacey tells Wendy, I'm back with my ex-husband. And Wendy's like, girl. Now, at first I was like, well, what's the problem? You should be like, oh, good for you. You go, girl. But Wendy's like, look, I'm team marriage, but like, what's going on here? Like, you're getting divorced. Now you're getting back together, But Wendy don't believe her. Wendy don't believe they were ever divorced, right? But this time, Wendy knows better because remember last time Wendy got caught with the hot mic. Was it 2 seasons ago when she said, "Oh, Mia's lying." So I think Wendy knows to just keep her mouth shut. Wendy's like, "Look, I'm trying to work on the friendship. Okay, cool. You back with your husband? Okay, cool, girl." Right? But I also think that Stacey's trying to find a new alliance because all of a sudden you're interested in Wendy. You know, Stacey knows that Ashley's coming for her, Jizzy is coming for her, Keiarna is coming for her. So according to Stacey, Stacey's like, let me gravitate over to Wendy's side. Hence the whole "I'm Nigerian" comment, which she made later, which we'll talk about later, right? So anyway, apparently Stacey's like, look, I have a cannabis line coming out. Has nothing to do with Happy Eddie. This has been in talks since March with brand deals. Now Stacey, okay, this is where I'm saying you're getting caught in a lie. Because they asked you at the reunion, because Wendy was like, oh, so Gizelle was right. Because at the reunion, you were asked, are you coming out with the cannabis line? And you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. And now you turn around and say that you are coming out with the cannabis line. So you were not being honest. And so what if you're also coming out with, just be honest. Just be like, you know what? I'm coming out with the cannabis line. I was inspired by Happy Eddie. Like, just be honest. Like, it's enough to go around. It could be more than one person with the cannabis line. Just like the housewife chicks that have the hairline. Okay? Go naked hair and this hair and that hair. Like, you know, it's just how you're going about it. Karen got Grand Dame candle line. Wendy got a candle line. And then Mia tried to come up. It's fine. Just be honest, you know? Anyway. So Stacey's like, I got to go use the bathroom. Now, here's what I was just like, what's wrong with her wanting to go use the bathroom? Because Wendy's like, well, why do you have to go use the bathroom? Are you pregnant? And Stacey's like, let's not start a rumor now. Like, I just got to go use the bathroom. And Wendy's like, well, why do you got to go now? Because here's what I'm noticing about Stacey. Stacey avoids, right? Now, yeah, she could have just wanted to go to the bathroom. So I don't see why Wendy was making such a big deal about her going to the bathroom. But it seems like it was just kind of like an awkward time that she said she wanted to go use the bathroom. So I'm like, Stacey, you're just avoiding further conversation about your cannabis line, you know? But Wendy took the higher road. Wendy was like, I wish you the best of luck. You know, good luck with your cannabis line. But Wendy did throw shade, and Wendy was like, child, not her using her TJ to get her husband back. All right, so now we have Tia, the British Nigerian, right? Now, Jizzy is coming over, and Tia is, you know, preparing because, you know, Gizelle is the face of Potomac. So, you know, you got to do it right. Now, let me say this. Tia did it right. Like, when you have one of the housewife girls come over, you got to pull out all the stops, the hors d'oeuvres, the champagne, not some half-empty liquor bottle that Gizelle did last episode. That was like, girl, what? Like, no. So Tia definitely did it right. So far, good impression. I have a good first impression of Tia, okay? Now, she talks about growing up in Lagos. She grew up pampered. Her husband, on the other hand, grew up, well, she said the south side of Chicago, basically grew up in the hood, right? But the thing that I didn't like is that she was like, yeah, I don't do driving and stuff. Girl, come on. Like, okay, so because you grew up with a chauffeur and a driver, you can't drive your kids to the mall? I don't know. I also didn't like that. So, because what Tia don't realize is Gizelle likes to plant seeds, right? Giselle's like, so your husband is the nanny? And then she gonna fall right into it and go, yes, but don't tell him I told you. Tia, I know you have watched a Housewife episode or two before coming on board. Guarantee you, mark my words, that line, your husband is a nanny, is going to come back to haunt you. Do not set yourself up for the okie doke, okay? That's how they try to get you. But see, she didn't clock it. I clocked it though. So basically, look, Tia's house is gorgeous, beautiful, you know, and so she's got a necklace that says whatever it says. So Tia is Yoruba and Wendy is Igbo. So those are two different tribes, right? So she's got a necklace that says pampered from my mother's room in Yoruba. Okay, girl. Okay. All right. So now we're going to Ashley, and Ashley is now with her half sister. Now y'all remember, Ashley cannot stand her stepfather because her stepfather had her mama living on a bridge. Her stepfather is basically a bum who relies on Ashley's mom for finances. She don't do nothing. I don't know if that's still the situation, but it was a situation for several seasons ago, right? Stressing the mama out. The mama had 2 jobs, y'all. 2 jobs. While this man was doing nothing. So I guess that's the man's daughter. So she's going to University of Maryland. I went to University of Maryland, College Park. Whoop, go Terps, go Terps. So Ashley was like, well, now you're going to be closer. So I have a feeling I know where Ashley lives because of what she said about her, where her sister is. But anyway, that's a nice area. So basically she talks about she's going to the White House Correspondents' Dinner and she is bringing that white boy. I was wondering where he was. I'm going to call him Jack Harlow because I don't know his name. He's much younger than her, and you can tell he's much younger than her. Now, she said that she was going to go do Love Hotel, right? I never watched the show. Did y'all watch the show? Was it good? I never watched the show. She went to go do Love Hotel, right? Is that what it's called? Love Hotel. And he got mad, rightly so, because they're dating, right? So she probably said to him, oh, it's just for work, it's just money, and he was like, no, like, I don't want you going dating all this other dude. But from the clips that they showed, the clips that they showed on the show, she was tonguing men down. So whatever happened with that? So then I guess she slid in his DMs or texted him, Jack Harlow, and then they got back together. Look, right now, listen, Ashley, have your fun. You was with that gremlin for like however many years. Now you got your money. Now you got your kid. Have fun with Jack Harlow. Don't get pregnant. But honestly, you can tell that Jack Harlow is a project for Ashley. Okay? He is a project. Because she's got her beautiful gown. Now, he did look nice. But then if you look at his shoes, it's like, dude, you are going to the White House Correspondent Dinner. You can't put some dress shoes on? He's a project for her. All right, so now let's go to Angel. Now, Angel's husband is fine, y'all. He's fine, yeah. So he is an ex-NFL player, and they're renting out of the home until they find, their home in Maryland. Now, here's the thing. He's talking about 2 acres minimum. She's talking about 5 acres minimum. Now, in Maryland, if you're looking for something like that, you got to go all the way out. You got to go to Keiarna County where Wendy is around Finnsburg. You've got to go, or VA. If you go to VA around like Great Falls Church, you can't find that in Potomac. You're talking about acres, 5 minimum. You got to go all the way out there. You can't find that in DC. Yeah, you're looking like way out there in Maryland. Even if you say you want to go to like Salisbury, that's far. Anyway, but yeah, they back in Maryland. They're trying to find, the roots or whatever. The husband asks her, are the girls hazing you? She's like, no, they're not hazing me. She on their territory. Now, the Colorado home is gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. Colorado home is gorgeous. Apparently, it's won all kinds of, and I looked it up online. Beautiful home. Do not expect to find a home around here that's going to be comparable to there. I'm just saying. But yeah, beautiful home. Then we have Keiarna, right? Keiarna is preparing for Gizelle to come over. She's got a chef. She's doing the things, right? And she says that, so Gizelle asks her, does Greg stay here? And she's like, yeah, Greg comes here and there. Her condo is very nice, and she basically talks about how, now remember, Keiarna brought Angel on, right? Angel is her friend. Now she's feeling a way towards Angel because she said 2 days ago she had her spa event and she basically was talking about the situation where she felt like Wendy slighted her. Wendy basically said, her kid was sick, so she wasn't sure if she was coming to the event or not. Now Tia, rightly so, was like, well, did you ask about her child? And Keiarna was like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be my friend. Whose side are you on? Now let's pause for a second. I see both sides. First of all, Tia, that is your friend. So I don't believe in blind loyalty. Like if I'm going to be a friend, I got to be able to tell you when maybe you might be in the wrong, right? But I think that Tia should have said something to Keiarna away from the people, right? So like listen to Keiarna, vent and stuff, and then off to the side, I'm like, girl, but did you even ask about her daughter? But see, here's the thing. Keiarna doesn't have kids. So I think like Keiarna just may not be aware. I'm not trying to say like she don't know any better. Okay, because I've been that friend that like before I had kids, I was not oblivious to stuff like that. Right? Now that I have kids, if another mom said, "Hey, I can't make it to this event, my child is sick," the first thing I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, is your child okay? Like, what's going on?" Right? Because I've been there, I've done it. Like, I have more empathy, right? So Keiarna didn't have the wherewithal to ask Wendy, like, "How is your daughter doing?" You know, like your daughter is sick. And when you have a sick child, it's very stressful, right? So Keiarna basically told Gizelle that she had to chin check Angel. Problem number one. Keiarna, if you have been friends with Angel for 20 years, you say, do not let this show come into between your friendship. We have seen it happen. Okay? Gizelle is the last person that you want to let her in that you have an issue with your friend. Okay? Look at Gizelle and Robin. Gizelle never let it be known if she had an issue with Robin. Okay? Gizelle they would handle their stuff off camera. So Keiarna, wrong road, because now you're talking about your friend of 20 years to Gizelle, who is just looking for the mess. Wrong road. Okay? So to say she was chin checked, okay, that was not cool. Okay? So now Angel is having her, what is it called? Truth and Tranquility event. It's basically mindfulness, wellness, sound bath. That's all the stuff that I love. I would have soaked every bit of that up. Like, I love stuff like that, right? So the girls come in. The tea looked good. She's giving them some kind of spiked tea. Now, what was that about? When they asked Wendy, "Oh, do you want some cold towel?" And Wendy smelled it. And Wendy was like, "Oh, no, thank you." It's probably like laced with lavender. Like, what was your issue? Anyway, whatever. And so basically they're doing the sound bath and all that stuff, right? Here go Jizzy trying to start mess, playing producer. So yeah, what's going on with you and Keiarna? So Angel's like, we're cool, right? They move on to something else. And Wendy bring her back up. Gizelle, what were you saying about Angel and Keiarna? Oh, you said you had to chin check her. So Angel's like, wait a minute, chin check? I do the chin checking. So Keiarna was like, I didn't say that. See, this is where producers, you could have rolled the tape back. So Gizelle was like, no, you said chin check. So I think, so later on, Gizelle approached Keiarna on the side and said, no, you did say chin check. And Keiarna's like, oh, I did? Oh, okay. Keiarna, you know what you said. You just didn't expect Gizelle to call you out on it. She's like, okay, well, if I said it, then I apologize. Oh, now you want to apologize. So listen, Angel handled it well, but if I'm Angel, I'm clocking it. Girl, I'm your friend for 20 years. You went and tell this girl that you chin checked me and then you come back and you apologize. Angel, take heed of Keiarna, right? Then we've got Stacey, who's like, I'm trying to make it right with the girls. I want to release some stuff. And of course, they're talking about her breath again. I'm not even going to spend time on her breath thing because I just feel like that is so declassé. Like, stop doing that. You could ruin the girl's reputation. Like, I don't like it. So they do this whole releasing of the whatever. They release it. Anyway, so none of the girls were feeling the sound bath, which I was like, dang, y'all wasting a good opportunity. They couldn't focus or whatever like that. Just trying with the girls, but also Stacey, it's some stuff about you that, honestly, I was willing to give you a benefit of the doubt, and I still will give you a benefit of the doubt, but the happy Eddie thing is just making me look like, okay. So Stacey's like, all right, I'm going to show you my divorce notification. I didn't want to show it to you at the party because it was not the right time. She shows it to Ashley, and Gizelle's like, where's the seal? It's not official. So if it's not, again, Gizelle's like, I've been divorced. I know what it looks like. This is not real. So maybe it's not real. I don't know. Stacey, if you got a divorce notification, then you should get a divorce decree. So if you really want to, then show them the divorce decree. I feel like, Stacey, you don't have to show them a damn thing, but you open that door. So now that you open that door, show them the full divorce decree with the seal. I want to open that door. Whatever. So we go off to now we've got Ashley, Gizelle, and Keiarna meeting up with Cameron's friend Cookie. So Cookie comes, she got the boobs exposed, she got the girls out, right? Now, Cookie threw a little shade at Wendy because Cookie was like, this is what Wendy wanted, but she couldn't get it. Cookie, I doubt that Wendy wants boobs that big. Okay? She got the boobs that she wanted, and it fits her body nicely. So what's up with that shade? What is up with Karen and Cookie? What did do to them? I'm still trying to figure out why they have an issue with her. Anyway, so basically Cookie's like, look, Ray's doing good. Karen may get out early, but I can't say. Now they start asking about like, oh, is Karen gonna be a lesbian when she come out? I thought maybe somebody might try to do something to her. It ain't that kind of jail, okay? Cookie's like, they love her. It's Miss Karen this, Miss Karen that. She's exercising, she's reading. Let me tell you something. Just like Teresa Giudice, Karen is gonna come out of jail snatched, okay? Because all you're doing is working out and reading, right? So then, coincidentally, Cookie's like, oh, Chris is texting me right now. Oh, Chris who? Oh, Chris Samuels. Then that opens this is so staged. Then that opens the door for them to say, oh, did you know that Stacey's trying to get with Chris Samuels? So apparently another friend was like, Stacey was, well, out of all the men in the DMV area, why Chris Samuels? Right? So I think this was before she got back with her husband. But I'm like, Stacey, are you trying to get beat up? Like, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. And I know some people might be like, look, he's divorced. They're not friends. But it's just too close to home. Like, you don't need to do that. Because obviously that's a preview for Monica's coming next week. Oh, let me say this. Keiarna's red outfit, the red glittery, it was the pants set with the jacket, everything. I'm telling you, two girls, the fashion girls, Wendy and Keiarna, hands down, eat down every episode doing it. So y'all, Monique comes next week. That's gonna be very interesting. Listen, Stacey's back with her husband now, so Stacey could be like, oh yeah, I just wanted to talk to him about it. She gonna lie. She probably gonna find a way to lie. She probably gonna be like, oh, I wanted to talk to him about a business opportunity. Stacey. Stacey, if she's lying, Stacey is one girl that will stand on business in that lie, okay? Stacey is a never let you see her sweat type of girl. I kind of like it. But all right, let's see what happens in the next episode. Y'all, thank you for watching my review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm just trying to, grow my followers, do this YouTube thing. So I appreciate y'all. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving to my Canadian people and happy Indigenous Day. Bye.